Not more trucks, grumbled Gordon. Yes, Gordon, replied his driver. Until Sir Topham Hatt says otherwise, more trucks. But that's not fair, bemoaned Gordon. Clearly I've learned my lesson, and I even helped little James up the hill. That's got to amount for something. Something doesn't amount for everything, said his driver. Clearly, you made me late coming home last night. I slept right through my alarm, and I didn't even get to have my morning tea. So, if I were you, I would quit complaining unless you would like to be stuck on the flying kipper for a month. Gordon wisely subsided and clanked down to the station to fetch his goods train. Be careful, Gordon, warned Percy. I don't think the axle boxes on these trucks have been oiled in a while. Driver disagrees, but... So, there you have it. Clearly, your driver knows better than you, little Percy, sniffed Gordon. And before Percy could say another word, Gordon steamed out of the station. Don't say I didn't warn you, smirked Percy. Gordon's mood didn't improve on the main line. I don't even get to pull a fast goods train. We can help you with that, cried a truck. And they began to push and bump him. Ow! Cried Gordon. Any more of that and I'll show you how big engines handle trucks. But the trucks ignored him and continued to push and bump him all the way. The trucks were all howling with laughter, except one. At the end of the train. Stop! Stop! It squealed. No, you don't, said Gordon firmly. I'm not falling for your tricks. All of a sudden, they heard a loud screeching and whistling sound. Gordon's driver looked back to see the guard waving his flag. They carefully stopped the train, and the crew ran back to see what was the matter. What's the matter? Asked Gordon's driver. We've got a hotbox, said the guard. Look. The driver and fireman looked, and sure enough, the axle box on the last truck was glowing red. That's not all, groaned the fireman. Look at where we've stopped. The driver looked and saw that they had stopped just outside a level crossing, and sure enough, the last few trucks were blocking the way. Cars and buses were waiting impatiently on either side. Bother, groaned Gordon. Now what'll we do? It was then that the driver noticed a nearby hut. Just a minute, he said, and ran to the front door. Moments later, he returned carrying a kettle full of tea. Gordon groaned. I know you missed it this morning, but now is not the time for... It's not for me, laughed the driver. Watch. Everyone looked on, as he poured the tea over the hotbox. Bertie Bus couldn't help but chuckle. "Are you so worn down, Gordon, that you're requiring a tea break?" he teased. Gordon was embarrassed. "Of all the solutions," he grumbled. "Why did it have to be tea?" "It's a trick I learned from an old signalman once," said the driver. "You clever devil," chuckled the fireman. "Once we get to the next station, I will treat you to all the tea there." "Well, we have to get there first," grumbled Gordon, "and not a word to Thomas. He won't let me hear the last of it." "He's right," agreed the driver and fireman. His driver and fireman were as good as their word. But Gordon had reckoned without Bertie. "Phew," remarked Thomas at the junction. "First the smell of ditch water, and now it's English breakfast?" "No, Thomas, you're wrong," said Bertie. "Gordon's more of an Earl Grey type of engine." Both tank engine and bus shared a laugh, while Gordon, the big engine, fumed silently away.